Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do a little bit more car mechanic today. Let me go ahead and select this stream here and make sure everything's good. We're going to throw this up over here. And we'll get our tire size calculator just in case we end up doing that. But what I'm going to do is I've got a couple different cars I wanted to look at today. There's this other Roadster which we could do, which I think it just looks better. I ended up selling that other yellow one because I didn't love how it ended up looking at the end of it all. This car looks a lot cooler than that. Also, if we go to our parking garage, there's a couple other cars that I picked up and I haven't worked on yet. So there's the RX7, which would be cool because we haven't done any rotary engines. So I would be cool with that. And then there's also this Pagani that we could work on as well. But I think the RX7 would probably be the newest thing I haven't done, so let's go ahead and give that a shot. Let's go ahead and move that to our garage. Let me click on this here. Sweet, so we got this at the junkyard just like any other car that we got. One thing I wanted to do today was maybe even look at the junkyard and see if there's a couple other cars that we think would look cool to upgrade, but we're kind of running out of licensed cars at this point, so I wanted to do another licensed car today. Let's go ahead and move this car back to the car wash and wash it first of all. So we can kind of see what we're working with. And we got a messed up window. Let's go ahead and detail the interior for now too. Clean it all up while the seats are out. Sweet, it looks nice in there to be honest. Okay, let's move it back to the car lift. Now I've never really worked on these rotary engines, so give me a break if it seems like I don't know what I'm doing, because I don't. So the first thing we need to do is kind of repair this body parts. So let's do that. Okay, and now we can see what body parts we have that are all messed up. So let's try to repair most of these if we can, and then we'll replace what we don't have. Oh, I did it right on a fail. I don't know why I did that. Okay, so I should sell all this old stuff from the other cars so that I don't get confused. So I'm going to do that. I apologize for all the clicking that's going to happen. Make some money doing this. I apologize for all the clicking here. But I want to keep all the RX7 parts that I currently have, and I just forgot to clear my inventory out before I started this project. If you just hover your mouse over the thing you want to sell, then you can just stay on enter like that, so you don't have to waste a bunch of time clicking on everything. Okay, so now we're looking at what we do have. We have the front right door and the front left fender. That's pretty much it. Everything else is junk. We're gonna have to replace it all. Hey, how's it going? Nice to see you. I had to do a bunch of interview, try to put in resumes and stuff. But I'm just chilling for a little bit. We're gonna do this RX7 and work on it. We're gonna turbo it if we can. Do all the crazy stuff that we can do to it. Okay, let's... Oop, I didn't get this one. Let's see if we can't repair that too. I was thinking about doing one where like I just repair the car to where it runs and then sell them on like a scummy car salesman or scummy car dealership or something. You guys think that would be funny to see? Put this one with the wing on there. Do I have the front bumper? No, I don't have the front bumper or anything. You like Mazdas, you guys? I love Mazdas. I went to a Mazda dealership like a couple weeks ago, and they had a 787B poster on the wall. It was really cool. It felt like they really honored the heritage of Mazda. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. We're gonna put all these parts on there and then we'll primer it and we'll figure out what color we want to do and everything. It doesn't look like there's tons of body parts that you can change out. Oh, I appreciate you. I had a Mazda Miata. I have a picture, not of me tearing the engine because I was taking a picture, but we tore the whole engine apart. And I think what gave me the confidence to do that at one point was just playing this game, to be honest with you. Okay, there we go. It looks a lot better on the outside now. We could sell it on to some people at a dealership or something. Used cars. Keeps trying to go for that, but I'm trying to get the rims off there. You guys think I should keep the OEM rims or should I go for some tuner rims? It's up to you. I like OEM on this car too, but tuner would be cool too. Well, losing people like flies, that's okay though. I guess this would be interesting for some people and for other people it's not, but I find it very fun. Let's refinish these wheels if we can. And just see what they look like with the OGs. I think you could refinish the wheels just at the body repair station, but it might be the just normal part station. Let's go look. Save a lot of money by using this OEM ones. Right. We'll get some new tires for it. This last room is so messed up we have to get a new one. RX, so that's not too bad though. We save a lot of money not having to buy all those. RX7B 17-inch. $7B. I'm just gonna type it in. RX. Then how many inches was it? 18? 17. Okay, let's remount the wheels to the new stuff. God, I keep pushing the wrong button. I apologize. Get some new tires. 235/45. Yeah, why not? It's gonna look a lot better already. Boom. Just to see what it all looks like. Put these back on here, see what they look like. This car literally came out of the junkyard, so it's funny to see it look like it's like brand new on the outside almost. Obviously I need to paint it. Bad. It gets confusing that you don't just have it on assemble mode and build mode the same thing, really. But yeah, I mean, it basically looks like it didn't come out of the junkyard now. Let's go primer it. Figure out what color we're gonna do on it, but I do a lot of red cars, so I don't really want to do red, but I'll make sure the whole car looks the same for now, and then we'll go start working on it. It's like a total restoration at this point. Maybe yellow. The yellow was the color we just did too, so we'll look at the stock colors that they have once we're done working on everything else. Let's go ahead and get all this other crap out of the engine bay. But then let's get the fuel tank and all that kind of stuff out of the back. Power up, that makes sense. Disconnect the drive shaft and get all that stuff ready. Sorry about the weird camera angle. Okay, that's out. Start taking this out. What would be another interesting thing to try to do is like rebuild the car from only junkyard parts that are repaired. No buying of parts, you know? That would be a real challenge. Like I said, I've never tried to work on any of these before, so I don't really know. Okay, let's see if we can make some new, what engines can fit in here. I'm assuming it's just the initial engine that it comes with. Okay. I don't know if this was the engine that was in it originally, but I'm hoping that I can build it this way. Yeah, that is what it was. Okay, cool. So we can build the engine out. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Hello. Hello, hello. We're building the engine. We just stripped everything out of here. We got to rebuild the suspension. This was a junkyard car. So we rebuilt the body already. And we did the wheels, refinished the wheels, but we really got to work on all the internals now at this one. I'm going to get a little bit of soda, I apologize. Soda shot. Fortnite. For a 1 million year old, yeah, that's right. I like that. Oh, 100,000 year old, my bad, my fault. Misread the number. But yeah, I'm like 1 million years old, so that makes sense. But yeah, you just rebuild engines and stuff. It's like Minecraft for engines. Let's see what we can rebuild on the table here. Nothing. Nice. Perfect. I don't understand that. All right, let's get the rest of this car pulled apart, and then we'll do the engine on that stand because it's a lot easier on the stand a lot of the times. I know I'm all over the place, but that's just who I am, so I apologize. Fortnite. I heard everybody's level got reset today on Fortnite or something like that. That's pretty funny. Interesting. Fortnite for a 100,000 year old. I love that. Fortnite for people who love a terrible camera. It's gonna be so good at the end, you guys. You're gonna be like, wow, it's so clean and nice. I did not keep that last hot rod, but I do plan on keeping the RX7. Very different suspension than a lot of the cars I've worked on, so it's definitely interesting because now I'm doing different stuff. Piecemealing it, we're putting it all together, back together, one piece at a time. Everything seems such bad condition that I can't even repair it. So yeah, I basically just have to redo this whole back part with brand new parts. But like I was saying, it'd be cool to go to the junkyard and try to get all the parts. But yeah, there's no repairing this, so might as well just sell everything I got. Kind of sad, honestly. I wasn't clicking on the right thing. Yeah, I wasn't. Well, I'm glad I didn't sell everything because I wasn't clicking on the right thing. I'm like, why can't I repair any of this stuff? But I was going to the body panel and that was my fault. I really have no idea what I sold, you know what I mean? Locked in. Damn it. Alright. Dang it. Okay, so now how much of this stuff is still bad? I got all these bushings and stuff. Let's type that in. Bush. Get rid of those so they're just not clogging up what I got. Okay, I'm glad I didn't sell everything. I don't know what I did sell though. We're gonna need new bushings, so let me just buy some. So much more complicated than the previous cars that we've done. Oh, we ended up fixing out both axles, so that's nice. Brake pads. I think we fixed the calipers. Bum, 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 bum. Get this one. We might need another wheel hub too, yep. What is it for? Don't you hate it? Bought the wrong part. And then we need the rear wheel hub too. Caliper cylinder. I know I needed one for this. And then both axles. What do we think? Yeah, right on. It's always nice to be able to save any kind of suspension parts because you're usually just buying all of it. Alright, as far as springs go, I know I can't repair them, so let me get some springs. Then the shock absorber caps? Nah. Get through this. I know it seems like it takes a long time, but we're halfway there basically. We just gotta fix up the engine and the front end. I appreciate you for subscribing. I usually do a lot more racing videos and stuff, but I've been kind of just chilling lately because of all my stuff going on, so. Appreciate you. We gotta get some new shocks. a new sway bar. I knew these too, to be honest. I just can almost bet you I couldn't repair them. New shocks, new springs. I should hook this up to my steering wheel and like test drive these cars at the end, but I don't know if this game really has any super great driving mechanics, to be honest with you. Look at that thing. Missing any suspension arms? Yeah, they really do sneak up on you. Very complicated suspension back here. We weren't able to repair the fuel tank. But let's get a new fuel tank. And then we'll get a new fuel pump. We'll tune this RX7, we'll see how crazy it gets. Because why not? Sounds fun, right? Braided fuel pump. Start working on the front end and the engine. Look how clean that is. It's like a brand new RX7. Too easy. Let's do it on the other side real quick. We'll probably move the car up after that because I don't know why, but I prefer to work on it when it's down low. But it makes you move the car up for a lot of things, but I like it down here more. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. A long link. These shocks out of here. Sway bar we're gonna have to get underneath the car. Oops. Okay. And then rubber bushings, we'll take the rest of these out. Gotta lift it. We're getting more efficient though. We're almost done with this car again. Hate to... Putting it back together does take longer, but Oh, dang, dude, not off to a good start. Okay, here we go. We're doing the reverse of what we just did. We need to figure out what stuff we're actually going to need, though. Which one is it? H? These new, I got new bushings already. I believe enough to do this whole job. Usually the 20 packs that I buy don't ever run out. Boy, I wish you could get upgraded front sway bars. Definitely an upgrade you can do in real life. We gotta get the shocks. Other side, get that side done first. It's a very gray car at this point, but it'll look cool when we're done. Knuckle cover. Wheel hub. Do this on both sides. And get the cap too. And the new upgraded brakes. And the pads. And then I think we had enough calipers, but I could be wrong. But we'll just go into brakes and we'll be ready for whatever comes at us. Okay, we need a new caliper and cylinder basically. I put carbon ceramic on like, oh wait, hey. We need more pads. Yeah, we did need new pads. Okay, so we'll get our tie rod ends. We need to get side we need. Okay, so really it's just the front shocks and then the sway bar links, and then I think it would allow us to put the wheels on. So let's work on those shocks that we have. I don't know what they are piece by piece. Front shock absorber A. Put a couple of these together. See, we're at 42 minutes. I did the last car in about an hour and 24 minutes, I think. I want to try to get this car done even faster than that. That means that we could probably do like another car after that. I have that Pagani still that I need to do. And that lets us put our rims on, so now the whole car looks put together, and then gotta put all our electronics back into the car too. This came out of the junkyard, that's so crazy. Let's mount our miscellaneous electronics here. ECU type B stage 3 for sure. Fuel filter. I swear I bought one of those earlier. Brake servo and all that stuff. It's probably the only other thing we're gonna need is our air filter from this area. And I'm not sure which one it is, so let's do. Air filter base type A, is that what it was? Putting our brake servo in. I might have had one already. I should really look. Put in our power steering and our windshield washer reservoir. We need our battery and our coolant. Putting in the radiator and the fan housing B. Filter type A. Like I said, we're kind of almost trying to blast through this if we can. And then we need the cover. Air filter cover type A, type A. Let's just get these clips over here because they're really annoying. Those done, and then battery. That's in the electronics area. It's like a speed run almost. We're trying anyway. Relay. How many fuses do we need? We need 3 A's, 3 B's, and 1 C. Oops. Let's buy one more. I think that's all we need. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then the last Type B relay. That's all the electronics. Other than the ABS module, which I'm not really sure if the car has to have the engine put into it to get that installed or not, but it doesn't show it anywhere for me to install. I can throw the mufflers on, hang all the mufflers, and then we'll work on the engine. Exhaust pipe. Rear muffler V8. Muffler. And the catalytic converter. High flow. Alright. I believe, honestly, that's everything except for the engine. We could paint this car now if we wanted to. I get an idea kind of what kind of engine color we would want, because you can paint some of the engine parts too as well. We go look at the factory colors and see what the factory colors are. Interesting color for sure. I like this almost white color too. Very clean looking. But I was almost thinking either this, because this is kind of like my old Mazda Miata was, or possibly that orange. It's a pretty cool looking orange. Very like Mazda, you know? A burnt orange metallic. We'll go for the burnt orange metallic color, because I think this looks very Mazda to me. All that's left is to throw the engine in. And let's see, what's the best condition stuff that we have? We do have some of the engine parts that we need. Let's just make sure we're not missing anything that could, you know, I'm not thinking of or anything. Look okay for now. We need a new crankshaft. Crankshaft, crankshaft. Okay, we need a new rotor, and I would assume that is something that you could get now. You can't get a better rotor? That's weird to me. And then these housing block, rear side housing block, front side. Alright, well, we can upgrade some things for sure. Let's start with all these things that we know we can upgrade. As far as exhaust goes and spark plugs, let's just try to stay in the same menu for now. I have a feeling that the stage 3 ECU is going to make the car pretty crazy. Okay, let's just pre-buy all these things that we know we're gonna need. Or all the tuner parts that we can get, I guess, is really what I'm trying to say. I already have a fuel filter in the other car. Water pump. We'll get a couple things that we know we need, like the timing chain and the serpentine belts. And then go looking for the water pump. Crankshaft counterweight, we need that too. Rocket I got already. I got the timing chain. Timing cover. Okay, idler roller, 2 Bs, a crankshaft pulley, and a pump. Get that one out of the way. We need 2 idler roller Bs. And what else was it? We needed the crank shaft pulley V8. Serpentine belt number 1, numero dos. Who either roller A's? And then we have this upgraded fuel rail, we'll throw that in there. Intake manifold. Very like rigid looking intake manifold, interestingly enough. Very weird layout of the engine. Alright, that's good enough. We'll put the oil filter in there, and we got the fuel filter in there already as well. So that looks like everything. Can't think of really anything that we're missing. So I think because of this, we gotta... Then an oil filter. And an oil pan. That's about an hour and we're done with this car, to be honest with you. And that's kind of the time I was hoping to get. Okay, let's roll this car outside and we can do the rest of the stuff outside, but I wanted to get in the interior and repair the interior because these seats and stuff back here are also pretty messed up and we never did that. So let's take apart this bench seat and the steering wheel. We'll get some new ones. We also did not hook up the transmission or any of the other stuff. I don't know why I thought we were done. As you can clearly see. We're gonna go to the interior shop though. Gotta look for the Mazda logo, I think. I think that's the only way to really know. What does it say on the inventory when you look at it? RX7. Okay, cool. We could get different seats, but I just want to get these seats for now. In fact, this has really just been kind of a restoration of the car anyway, so it fits with it that we're going to get these normal seats. Let's go in there and hook the transmission up and everything and put oil in it, because I forgot to do the drive shaft and the other exhaust parts. Clutch release bearing, we need to get one, and then we need to get a new transmission for this thing. We could have reused the old one, but I wanted to make this a pretty tuner RX7 if I can. Okay. Oh, what am I missing as far as parts other than the starter? That makes sense. I always forget the starter. Ah, it's so confusing. Where does the starter go on this thing? Right here. Oh. Angular. Perfect. Alright, pin limits in the reservoir. That seems like it's everything. And then other than the license plates, that's everything else. We could put the license plates on there, but I'm not really feeling it. And we want to start this thing up and give it a dyno test. Let's see, originally 291 horsepower, let's see what we get to. 67 doesn't seem like as much as I thought it would be, to be honest. This game is called Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. There's a new one that's out, 2026. They got a demo. The game's not out yet, but they just announced it yesterday that they got a free demo. If you want to download that game and try it, I'm sure they'd love that. But this is 2021. If you get a good deal on it, you can get all the different DLCs and everything. But that's that car. Let's go to the entrance. I'll put this in my garage as a keeper car. From junk to like a brand new OEM style RX7. Sit inside of it. Drive the car, but the wheels are not aligned. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely looks like super OEM, you know? It does drive in a weird way because it's not aligned. Uh-oh, did I just smash the car up on that valve? I wonder if that makes it damage it then. That would be crazy if it damaged it, that you smashed into stuff. Yeah, the keyboard driving's not the best. I'll tell you that right now. Right on. Okay, so it doesn't hurt it in any way if you do that. But yeah, if you wanted to align the car, you could put it on the test path and they could align it again. I'm gonna put this in the garage and we'll move on to the next car. So would you guys rather see me restore another one of these hot rods, or I have, if you go in here and I go to my parking, I have a Pagani Lyra. I'll take that out and I'll move it here. You guys can take a look at it. You guys want to see me restore the Pagani, or you guys want to see me restore this old hot rod? I'll give you a second to check it out. Both of these came from the junkyard, so they just came from the junkyard exactly like this. I washed this Pagani with all the dirt off of it. Pagani? Okay, let's do it. I already welded this frame back together because really what they do is, like, when the frame gets damaged, it shows rust on it, but because this is carbon fiber, it was just scratched. So I just used the welder on it to repair that. But we're gonna need to get all these body panels again. Let me sell everything I have from the previous car. All of it. Boom. And this. I'm at $90,000. This car I bought for, just if you're curious, I bought it for $21,000. I repaired the body. It's already worth $14,000 more because of that. But we'll see how much money it's worth when we're all done. So let me lift this up. We'll get the wheels off. The one thing that's nice about this car is that working on the engine should be pretty easy because it's all back there. Start in the back first. We'll paint these calipers and stuff too to give it a more aggressive look. I'm kind of surprised they're just rusted gray looking. Got to get that DW04 on there. Like to do that on both sides first. We can start refinishing these wheels. Yeah, we're gonna try to restore these wheels. Something about this game is so satisfying, you know? Repairing everything. Okay, let's work on these wheels. I wish you could see them getting resurfaced. That would be really cool, like seeing it all come off, but we'll want to keep in mind these tire sizes. We're working on the back, but they might be different in the front. This is so ridiculously wide of tires. Save me some money on refinishing these wheels, man. Ooh, that was a close one. I almost didn't make it. We'll get some new tires. Looks like these are pretty shot. 345, 25, 21s. Perfect. Here you go. If you wanted to see the wheels getting redone, here's what they look like. Look at that. That looks a lot better, doesn't it? Add some. Alright, should I spoil you? Oh, well, we took them off already. But that's what they used to look like. So we'll see what they look like when they come back. But let's pull this stuff out. It's so easy to get out of here because it's right in the back, which is really cool. This one. I mean, what a dream to work on now. Oh yeah, right on. You know what? I have not changed the radio station in a while. Let me try changing the station up. We're doing the blue set. Let's go to the green set. I heard these like weird fox-like sounds, and I'm not totally a fan. They have the greatest hits. That's my favorite station. We'll give it a shot though. There's no reason to not give it a shot, right? Put a button on both sides in the future in this game. Yeah, we go. Gotta throw it down. They got some, oh, they got the pistons in there still. Dang it. In case it's not obvious, I have ADHD. So, it is the engine bay. I don't know why it says that. Accessible from the engine bay. I have to stand up here to go back here. For some weird reason. Yeah. Okay, well that's a trick that you need to know, is that you gotta stand up there because it thinks that's the engine bay. Maybe I just was standing at the very back and it doesn't like that. Right on. Yeah, well, you know what? What's really cool about this game, and I don't think a lot of people experiment with it, is that you can paint so many different parts. So you can paint like engine parts, like the valve covers and stuff like that, to make it all look super cool. Oh yeah, I gotta go back here and do this way. Dang, do I have to? Maybe working on this car is more annoying than I thought. If you just stand in the middle, just giving it a fair chance here. If you just stand kind of here in the middle, then you're good, so. I will rebuild this engine outside of the engine bay because it seems really obnoxious to have to move it up and down. The transmission was easy though. Let's see, the original engine at V12 M158. Let's go build one of those. And that way we know what engine it is so we don't get lost. We'll finish taking these wheels off and get these all refinished. And then I could start working on the engine if you guys are most interested in that, because that's really going to be the most interesting part of this car, is the engine. So rusty. Any thoughts on the color for this car, you guys? For the parts that are painted, I guess? I think the original color is like a purple, which I'm cool with. Let's prepare some of what we've got. Okay, we'll see what kind of special pinstriping and like vinyls they like put on it. I haven't done any black cars. Give me just one moment here. I gotta take this phone call, you guys. Okay, I gotta get my headphones. Where did I put them at? Hi. Man, oh man. I can't tell where I put them at. Hi, buddy. That's so weird. Oh, I found them. I wish. All right, sorry about that. Body repairs, I don't think I have anything to do that. We can start putting these body panels on. Excuse me. Oh, I always get a 3 for. Okay. Basically putting the whole car together again. We're gonna paint it black, you think? I think that would look cool. And we gotta put these other wheels on the repair station too. I forgot to do that. Oops. Oh, a lot of money on the line here. We gotta. There we go. The last one, we're just not going to be able to save that, so it's a Tempesta Wyra 20-inch rim. I've got the worst memory sometimes. 20-inch, that's what I thought, but I just didn't want to buy the wrong one. $255 30R20. This was such a junkyard car when we started too, on this one. It's gonna look nice. Alright. Let's start getting at this stuff. It's never fun with all the bushings and stuff. I didn't buy any more bushings from the last job, so I probably don't have enough to finish without doing it. Usually I can repair these steering racks, which is nice. I don't remember the last time I had to buy one. Okie dokie, we take this. Bones. Down to the bones. It's crazy. I wonder if there will even be parts that you could really tune on this engine, because it's already a freaking Pagani, you know what I mean? This back part wasn't as bad. Like straight up down to the frame. If somebody gave you just this, just the primered frame, would you want it? Yeah, I'll see what it lets us do. Oh, dang. Yeah, I didn't want to jinx myself on the steering rack. I don't think it did, though. Yeah. Me too. I'd find some use for it, even if it wasn't selling it or something like that. You want to see the engine first, or you want to see the suspension and stuff? Put all the wheels back on and see how it looks and paint it first. I'll see what parts I have for this. I don't know if I even... Yeah, so I have a brand new engine block. But I'll let you get a second to respond, whatever one you want to see first. The wheels and the paint? Alright, let's do it. Oh, I need to get new, sorry about that. I'm getting a little confused. I need to get new brake discs. I'm surprised the brake discs that are on this are not just straight up the carbon ventilated ones, but we'll do those. And then we gotta do new pads and stuff, yeah. You gotta be like confident with going between different screens in this game. That's the only thing that really makes it challenging at the end. And knowing what's coming up next, you know, like I think I have some calipers, but we're gonna wanna paint them. So I'm gonna have to go paint them before I do anything else, really. And then I need more rubber bushings, like I was saying before. Or on this side. Okay, calipers black just like the rest of the car will be. Is that what we're thinking? White to match the pinstriping, because we can give it white accents on the black paint. You know, if there's no pinstriping option, then we could at least do like some white accents on the engine or different suspension arms. Like you can see, you can do all sorts of different parts. Like white metallic. The factory color is like really gross gray. I don't know if that really looks much different than the original color though. That's the only problem I have with it. Black metallic looks a lot better. I don't know where all these phone calls are coming from. Give me just 1 second here. This is Steve. Sorry about that, guys. Yeesh, I've never gotten phone calls so much in my life, but that's probably a good thing for me right now. So I'm gonna do the black because I think it just, the white for the brake calipers specifically just doesn't stand up enough away from the original color. Maybe if you did like white pearlescent or something. Not that this stands out a lot either, but it'll look better than the white, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. It'd be almost like cool to have like a Batmobile kind of build, you know? Everything's black. Blacked out, all black everything, you know? Should I do that? Should I do like all the suspension arms in black? But that takes so long because I just don't have all the parts, so I'd have to like individually paint one. So maybe one day I'll just do a car where I take it all apart and paint everything black that I can that's in 100% condition, because that's just gonna take way too much time right now, you know? Gosh, gotta put this lift up. But all black everything would look really cool. That one. Okay, so really just the shock, I'm guessing, is what's holding us back. Let's do some more shocking action. Double. Dokies. Artichokes. Interestingly enough, it seems like I almost have to have like the whole engine mounted and the transmission connected just to put the wheels back on. Guess I'm missing something. That's fine, I can put the block in there and stuff. Isn't that weird though? Doesn't seem like I'd have to do that. We'll do the front end so that way you can see what it all looks like on the front end. Because I kind of wanted to see what the wheels look like on the car. We haven't even looked at them on the car yet. You know? Dude, was I smart enough? No. Brake discs. I guarantee I wasn't smart enough to get these ones either. Nope. It's alright. We'll start over here. We'll get more pads in a second. See, other people might be a little bit better at remembering what things they're going to need each time. before they go into each individual job. If there was like a no ghost of what I need to do next thing, I think honestly, if I'm being real with you guys, I don't know how well I would do. We could try a challenge like that. Maybe next time I'll do it without the ghosting of like where the parts go and see how far I get without wanting to cry. Did we end up having enough caliper action? We need to make get two more. Just want to see how many more. We got enough cylinders. Let's go paint these. Hey, tie rods and the get a wheel on this car yet, I promise you that. Hey, Barbie. Oops. Oh well. Darns. I have one good condition arm of all of them. Okay, upper. Hey. Hey, we can finally see what the car looks like. Remember when we started how much of a shell it was, dude? We finally got the wheels on there and everything. Awesome. Hey, I'm gonna have to get underneath probably for the other one. Oh no, I did the tie rod. That was enough. Swagger. It is cool that you can see all the little components of the suspension underneath there. Was it A? That's what I thought. Premium quality. And then double wishbones in the front. We got the radiator. assume that it's gonna have the radiator fan housing B on it. Oh, I had one already. No. $2024 on my mind. Well, we can tune the ECU, so that's another little bit of tuning that we could do. That's nice. Power steering reservoir. Yes, no. Sway link B. Power steering one is right here for some reason. I swear I bought that. Hey, we need to do the front suspension bits. I could put it in there and paint it at this point. Let's go in there and do that and see if there's any pinstriping options at all. We got the black metallic. We got the Italian pinstriping. Yeah, that's what's up. That's awesome. Should I go even crazier kind of paint? I don't really see what any of those other ones really do. The metallic is the best looking one in my opinion. Are you more pumped up now? That's pretty sick. That makes me want to kind of paint the brake calipers red or something. Okay, let's get this ECU in here and then those shocks while we're here. Ay, balala. Oh. Crazy that you have to put this stuff in. I almost feel like we're just putting the stuff in now. Just working on it in here, but this air filter. And then exhaust, rear exhaust section. Let's just build the engine in this thing, man. It's not worth all the trouble of not being able to hook this up. Another air filter. That's cool though. These give slight increases to the performance, but not much. Okay, let's mount this transmission if we can. Let's get into the crankshaft. And for V12. They're not very well ordered sometimes. Doesn't that look awesome from where it was, dude, with all the dirt on it and everything? The only tricky part is like, how do I get in there without... Man, I have so many V12 crankshafts for some reason. Spin with Conrad. Conrad. This should upgrade the performance quite a bit, I would think. This song's pretty cool. Okay, let's get under there and connect everything up. I wish they had a mode where it was really strict about what things you could do, like you can't just leave a crankshaft floating in space like this. Like it prevents you from doing some things that are very logical and some things that aren't very logical, but it doesn't prevent you from doing a lot of things that are pretty logical. Like just having brake pads just chilling on a brake disc with no caliper, just hanging out, floating in midair and stuff. Obviously, it fits the game mechanic of like putting the pieces in the right order, though. How many of these? 1, 2, 3. It's 5. I'm gonna put down a note real quick over here. Well, we're gonna do 1:30 tomorrow because I don't want to forget, and I have an appointment tomorrow. Perfect. Alrighty, let's see here. Engine head V12 M158. These are going to be upgradable. So I upgraded these. What else? I know we're gonna want this, and we're gonna want this, 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 this. So might as well just get those out of the way. We might need another turbocharger actually, now that I think about it. Man, this car's blowing through the money that I had in the game. All these expensive custom parts. Then all these spark plugs. How many freaking... There's like an extra spark plug. Looks like that's 8. Wait, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, there's 12 on each side. I guess that makes sense. I don't know actually why. That's one of the very few things that I completely don't understand in these games, is why some cars have dual spark plugs. Gold. Gotta get a better view of these spark plugs. how many of these I need really, and then I'm gonna need these, and I need this. Get a total of 10 of these. I swear I got this fuel rail. Maybe not. A couple cam gears. Which I'm so surprised that that's not a performance part. I say it every time. So we've got the red and we've got the white with the chrome. Should I get some green on the engine so that we can represent that Italian motoring? Whoa. That way it matches the front of the car a little bit. I think it'll look cool. Oh. Just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything, because there was a coil set on this side. Yeah. This is hopefully going to be the most insane car that I have with all these upgrades on it. It's there. My goodness. Roller A and roller B, water pump. Dun 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 dun. Come on. Here it is. Very Italian. 2 water pump pulleys. Fuller. Pulley. Almost. I might paint the oil pan red again. I haven't had to use a belt tensioner in any of the cars that we've built for a while, to be honest. Okay, there's another serpentine belt somewhere, and I don't know where that's going to end up being. Yeah, maybe it's back here somewhere once the car's transmission is in. Let's check it out. We'll put the... You like the green and red in the engine compartment now that I put it all together? You see what I'm at? It's not too much once it's all together. This is a Pagani Huayra. And I found it in the junkyard, and we restored it from like complete rusty hunk of junk to now it's pretty much done. We're trying to get over 1,000 horsepower on it. Buy the better gearbox, even though it doesn't really seem to do that much. I had like $100,000 when I started this in the game, and now I only have 27,000. Yeah, me neither. But they have, so that my whole thing with that was I have the pinstriping on the front, and they're Italian. So back here I wanted to kind of bring that same look in the back. It's not the same exact green, but it works. Hey. Fuel tank C. It's basically just a Zonda, to be honest. Can't get those here anyway. They're okay. I've never owned one or anything. I really like Alfa Romeos and stuff, but I mean, they all seem like a little excessive other than that. Like, I would never really want to own one unless I just had a baller amount of money, you know what I mean? But if I just like the styling, absolutely, I love the styling. I was gonna paint that actually, just to make it look a little bit cooler. Let's do that if we can. Good times. Give it that little bit of spruced up look. Ugh. Yeah. I mean, if I was gonna get a supercar, it'd probably be Italian. I'd probably get a Lamborghini or something just because of the all-wheel drive, because I love all-wheel drive cars. And I just feel like it would be more controllable for the type of car it is and how inexperienced I would be with the type of car it is, you know? Having a rear-wheel drive crazy-ass race car type car would be so hard to control if you just weren't used to it, you know? Alright, just trying to make sure there's nothing else I'm missing here. We gotta install we gotta uninstall and reinstall this, I believe. Because these are all old. Let me take a look at the status other than these fuses and see where we're at. The interior is terrible. But we need the ECU, all the relays, the fuel pumps. I'm assuming there's more than one fuel pump. Maybe there's just one fuel pump. So mostly it's... Oh, and the tail lights are not put on there. Where's the fuel pump go, you guys think? Right here in the middle on this one? I know it's like a stereotypical car, but as a guy who like loves racing and performance cars and stuff, I'd be into the Lambo. If I was gonna get just a car that's manual or something, I'd get either a front wheel drive or a all-wheel drive car for where I live. But I mean, it would be, my dream car would be to get like a manual S2000, like an original one in really good condition. That was like my dream car. That's just for me though. And I know that's like, in all the cars in the world, that probably seems like a ridiculous car, but just a good, perfect condition S2K would be like the perfect car for me, bro. I love that. Let's get all these fuses and everything going. Let's just buy a bunch of these because I don't know. And then the relays too. To me, the S2K or like even a Mazda Miata, it's like, it's gonna be a fun car to drive. It's light. You're not gonna get into too much trouble with it. And they're just reliable. Hondas and Mazdas. But I was telling people on the stream before that I went to the Mazda dealership to drive a Miata like a couple weeks ago. And I was really impressed with how much heritage they had in their car dealership about like they had like racing Mazdas and stuff. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, you know? A lot of companies don't care about that kind of stuff. So we gotta put the tail lights on and the interior on. And we gotta fill up all the coolants and stuff like that. We're gonna paint it one more time just in case there's a part of the taillights that brand new interior parts. Look at that engine back there. This thing is so ridiculous. Then all we're missing is the license plate. That's it. Everything else is there. Now, we need to put the coolants and stuff in. Let's put this in kind of the sunlight so we can see the car and appreciate it a little bit more. Did I overfill? I did overfill it. Whatever. Busted. Aw, dang. Yeah, did you see the Porsche the other day? I did the turbo the other day. That was pretty fun. I ended up tinting the windows after that because I found a window tinting kit. Where's that power steering reservoir? Like in a weird spot. 1 second. The power steering reservoir was in a weird spot. Here it is. And then the engine, of course, we need to put some oil in there. Here it is. Oh, I bet. Accessible from the engine bay, okay. Up the engine bay. Let me pull the fill plug, that's so weird. No way, I have to take all this off to put the oil in, do I? Am I just crazy? Wow, you gotta take all that off to put the oil in? That's the kind of stuff I wouldn't want to buy one of these cars for, to be honest. I'm assuming you wouldn't have to do that in real life, but I wouldn't be surprised if you do have to do that in real life. Should we start her up and see if I broke anything after all? Sounds pretty healthy. All right, let's go into the dyno and see what's good. We were trying to hit 1,000 horsepower. Can we hit 1,000 horsepower? .367 horsepower. 999 drag rating. That's crazy. Okay, because this car is so ridiculous, I'm actually going to take this in there and I'll do it on the test path. We'll get it all aligned and stuff. Perfect. Let's take this thing for a drive. Let's do it on this racetrack. We'll just see. And then I'm going to call it on that one. I appreciate everybody for being here. But I got a couple things I got to attend to. Oh, just ruined the whole car again. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't work like that, but... There we go. That's better. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. Alright, let's get on this train and just see how fast we can get going. On the keyboard and stuff, it's just impossible to turn. So you gotta kind of just hold the line. Didn't sound amazing. I don't know how I made it through that. Oh. And then I crouched there of all places. But yeah, anyway, that's the car, guys. I'm gonna call it after that. It was pretty cool to build this Pagani and check it all out and everything. And then in the next one, we'll do maybe another hot rod build, or I would really love to get the DLCs, but I'm just not in a position to do it. But there's a couple cool BMWs and stuff like that too in this game that would be really cool to check out. But I'll see you guys next time.